yesterday we already seen the trading account, why we require to prepare the trading account, what is the base for preparation of final account, and how it is going to be prepared. Now, today we are going to see the very important part, that is profit and loss account. So
Loss
Harsh,
account.
please read this.
Profit and loss account is the type of nominal account. Profit and loss account is a main account of income statement. It is prepared. It is prepared to ascertain the net profit earned or net loss suffered by a business concern during the accounting year. All indirect expenses are to be recorded to the debit side, whereas all indirect income are to be recorded to the credit side of this account. The credit balance on this account shows net profit, which is to be transferred to the capital credit side or added in capital. The debit balance of this account shows net loss, which is to be transferred to the capital account debit side or deducted from capital.
Okay. See, now again I am repeating. Profit and loss account is related to nominal account, and hence as per the rule of nominal account, every expenses and losses should be debited over here and income and gain should be credited over here. Everyone clear?
Mm.
And
Yes, sir.
after doing this, what you have to do, whatever profit or loss that is net you are getting, that is going to be transferred to partners either capital account or partners current account, depend on the method mentioned in the question. That's why there is some introductory part of method of a capital. Hopefully everyone understood this.
Mm.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
After that, this already we have shown, or we have known that when credit side greater than the debit side, there is a profit, and when debit side greater than the credit side, there is a loss.
Loss.
And in our 11th standard, all the net profit or net loss, we always transfer where? We always transfer to proprietor's capital. But here, net profit or net loss going to be distributed among the partners in their profit sharing ratio. And if the partnership deed is a silent, then in which ratio?
1:1.
Sell ratio. Okay. Everyone clear?
Mm.
Okay. Now again we are going to see what is the next point is. Okay. Harsh, again continue reading. Aryan Carter, what he is saying.
Aaron Carter, a profit and loss account is an account into which all gains and losses are considered in order to ascertain the excess of gain over the losses or vice versa.
Dekho,
Pro
very
forma.
perfectly he said what he said. All gains and losses are to be considered. When he is saying about all gain and losses in the excess of gain over the losses or vice versa, what does it mean? All indirect expenses, all indirect income supposed to be considered. Excess of gain over excess of losses. Okay. Now, first read out the debit side and then read it the credit side.
Uh, two salaries, and wages, to rent and rates, to insurance, to electricity, lighting, to telephone or postage, to printing and stationery, to traveling expense of salesman, to depreciation on assets, to loading charges, to audit fees, to entertain expense, to repair, renewals, maintenance, to interest on loan, to sundry miscellaneous expense, to conveyance, to loss by fire, to loss by theft, to loss in accident, to goods distributed as free sample, to commission allowed or given, to discount allowed, to allowances, to advertisement, to carriage outward, to sale charges, to bad debts, to export duty, to taxes, to general expenses, to trade expenses, to to legal charges, to professional charges, to bank charges, to solicit क्या है sir वो
Solicitors
solicitors
fees.
fees,
Matlab, the
secondary
fee is given to the liquidator when business is going to be wind up. He is doing all
to
the
secondary to secondary packing charges, to loss on sale of fixed asset, to net profit transferred to partner's capital account, current account.
Okay. Clear till here?
Yes,
These all
sir.
are the items of
Yes, sir.
indirect expenses. Now, again,
Sir,
read out.
conveyance क्या रहता है?
Huh?
Conveyance.
Conveyance means the charges given to the office man. What is exactly meaning of conveyance? It may be the transportation charges, or sometimes it may happen an employee is paying the charges to another thing for indirect way. Means on behalf of the office, employee is paying right now. After that, employer again reimburse that charges to the employee. That is known as conveyance charges. It is also known as transportation charges also.
Credit.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now read
By
up
gross.
credit side.
क्या?
Credit side read up.
By gross profit brought down, by commission received, by discount received or earned, by interest received, by dividend received, by rent received, by sundry or miscellaneous receipts, by profit on sale of assets, by net loss transferred to partner's capital account or current account.
Okay. Concentrate again. A very important thing here. I think every item is little bit familiar with you. We already seen all these explanation in 11th standard also. But there are few things
Yes, sir.
which I will re-explain. What is that? If you have seen this audit fee, what is meaning of audit fees? Remember, a charter accountant has to be given an audit fees by a businessman, because charter accountant what activity do? He is preparing your business financial statement, and for that the fees is given by the businessman. That is the audit fee. Again, I already said this point. I will repeat again. There is something new point over here. Solicitor's fee. When business is going to be wind up, a liquidator has to be appointed by a company, and for that, fees given to the liquidator is known as solicitor's fee. Everyone clear?
Yes, sir.
There is some difference. देखो secondary packing and primary packing. Primary packing means what? Without that particular product cannot be used. If I will say the example of ink or paste, it should be inserted or it should be filling some content, some tin, correct na? Without that you cannot use it. That is what primary packing. But when these all tube, or you can say toothpaste, ink bottle is again packing in another box, that is the secondary packing. Okay. So what is exactly meaning of indirect expenses? The expenses which are not related to production activity, but which are recurring in nature, that is called indirect expenses. They are necessarily incurred to keep the business in living condition. Okay. And what is indirect income? Which are not related to day-to-day activity again, like commission received, rent received, and so on. Sale of a scrap. Everyone clear till here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Again, we will summarize whatever we have seen. Concentrate here. So, profit and loss account, it is related to your nominal, it is related to nominal account, and all indirect, whether it is an expenditure, whether it is an income, supposed to be considered. And we already know the real nominal account rule: debit all expenses and losses, credit all income and gains. That's why all the expenses and losses, of course, which are indirect in nature, should be debited, whereas all indirect income should be credited. And in this way, we have to prepare the profit and loss account. Okay, everyone? Again,
Yes,
what is
sir.
the inner column? All addition, subtraction should be done in inner column, and in outer column, actual amount is considered, and in totaling, we are considering outer column value and not a inner column value. Now, again, concentrate. when I will say profit and loss account credit side total is greater than profit and loss account debit side total, so there is net profit. That means when indirect income is greater than indirect expenses, you will get a net profit. And vice versa, when indirect expenses is greater than indirect income, you are suffering from the losses. That means when the profit and loss account debit side total is greater than profit and loss account credit side, you are suffering from net loss. Okay? Everyone clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, please remember what is the criteria after finding out net profit or net loss. Once you will find out net profit or net loss, what you have to do? Transfer this balance to partner's capital or partner's current account. Depend on the situation mentioned in the question. Okay?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. Everyone, please do one thing. Write down these 3 lines and after below the table, whatever is written over there.
Yes, sir.
Concentrate. Balance sheet. Already we know in detail in 11th standard, first chapter itself, what is a balance sheet. The first sentence, balance sheet is a statement showing financial position of the firm on a particular day. On this line, there is various question can be created. I will ask the question, you have to answer. Say true or false. Balance sheet is a statement.
True.
Balance sheet is not a statement.
False.
Balance sheet is an account.
True.
False.
False. Please remember,
Yes.
balance sheet is a statement which is not a account. So what is the exactly meaning of balance sheet? It is a statement which shows financial position on a particular date in the form of asset and liability. All the liabilities are going to be recorded to its left hand side, whereas assets are recorded on its right hand side. And that is the logic while writing the balance sheet. We never write the word left hand side debit and right hand side credit like that. जो हम अकाउंट में करते हैं. Okay? The balance sheet is not an account but a statement showing financial position as on a given date in the form of asset and liability. Palmer defines balance sheet as on. The balance sheet is a statement on a particular date showing on one side the trader's property and possession and on the other side the liability. Not a personal liability and asset, traders, matlab firms. Pro forma of a balance sheet. So what is the pro forma? We'll check it out one by one. Capital account of all the partners A, B and C. Partners current account, credit balance. Now you understood why I always ask you if credit side is more, which is the balance where you will be incorporated in introductory part. You remember that? General
Yes, sir.
reserve, profit and loss account, loan on mortgage, bank loan, loan from partners, bills payable, bank overdraft, sundry creditors, add or less any other adjustment, less provision for discount on creditors, outstanding expenses, income received in advance, provision for taxation, and so on. We already seen this. In asset side, there is
Yes,
a
sir.
goodwill, land and building, less depreciation, plant and machinery, less depreciation, furniture and features, less depreciation, equipment, less depreciation, delivery motor van, less depreciation, leasehold property premises, less depreciation, patent, less depreciation, loose tools, less depreciation. In short, all the fixed assets, from that deduct the depreciation, because depreciation is always calculated on fixed assets. Remember that. Investment, stock and spare parts, less depreciation, prepaid expenses, outstanding income, loans and advances, closing stock, sundry debtors plus any adjustment, less bad debts, new, less provision for discount on debtors, insurance claim receivable, bills receivable, cash in hand, cash at bank, partner's current account. There is a mistake. It should be the debit balance. Huh? It's not a credit. Okay, everyone? Okay. We
Yes,
already
sir.
seen these all the things. We'll quickly see what notes have given. Every item in the trial balance must be shown only one time and in just one part of the final account, excluding silent hidden adjustment. Every adjustment must have two effects in final account, that is debit and credit. We have already studied this topic in 11th standard as a final account of proprietary concern. Most of theory part, explanation of journal entries and effects of journal entries are similar. To avoid repetition, common explanation is not given in the 12th standard, but explanation and journal entries of a new adjustment are given. For common reference explanation, teachers and students can refer textbook of 11th standard. First topic in this book, that is Introduction to Partnership, is also correlated with partnership final account. Students can refer topic number 1. Please remember already what the textbook says. Already we have seen in detail in our 11th standard last chapter. So they are not given the data again and again for a repetition purpose. But I will re-explain everything in detail because according to me it is very, very highly important. Okay? And all the adjustments given
Yes,
over
sir.
here, and we will see one by one each and every adjustment. But already we have seen many adjustments in our 11th standard. Almost we will observe this. Quickly we'll see which adjustment we
11th
already
standard.
seen in our 11th standard, and then we'll discuss which are the new adjustments. The first one, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one, seventh one, eighth one,
9
ninth
1,
one,
10
tenth
1.
one, 11th, 10th, second, third also taken into consideration. 11th also we have seen. 12th
12,
also we have seen.
13, 4, 13 1,
13 we have seen. 14 we have
15,
seen. 15 also
50.
we have seen. 17 we have seen.
Yes, sir. 18,
No. Yes, 18 we have seen. 19 we have seen. And almost 20s also we have seen.
19.
So literally speaking, only 1-2 adjustment are a new. Rest all the adjustment we already seen in our 11th standard.
Yes.
But we'll repeat everything in detail again. And this adjustment we have seen in 12th standard first chapter, 22nd, commission to partners as percentage of gross profit. Okay.
Yes.
There are some also hidden adjustments we supposed to see in this. Okay. Now we will see these all the things later about important things, important points. Okay. Concentrate here, the adjustment. Now, immediately one point came into the picture, or we will suppose to think, sir, you are saying adjustment, that is okay, but what is exactly the meaning of adjustment, correct? So, always remember these thoughts while solving the question. Trial balance carries only one effect. That effect will be either trading account debit side or trading account credit side. Okay. Again, either on a debit side of profit and loss account or credit side of profit and loss account, balance sheet liability side or balance sheet asset side. So please remember, whatever data item given in trial balance carries only one effect. Okay, everyone? Everyone clear? Friends,
Yes, sir.
Yes.
say
Yes,
yes
sir.
or no, so I can understand. In adjustment, please remember adjustment carries at least two effects. And why I use this word at least two effects, I will explain later. But at least means minimum two effects, more than that, that may be possible. So where you will show that either trading account debit side or credit side, profit and loss account debit side, and credit side, balance sheet asset side or liability side. It may happen both the effect will be balance sheet liability side or balance sheet asset side, but at least two
Yes,
effects should be there. And there is also hidden adjustment which carries two effects. So now the question arises in mind, what is the adjustment? Additional information given in trial balance itself is known as what? Adjustment. Then what is the hidden adjustment? When in a trial balance itself the adjustment is given, it's called as a hidden adjustment. For example, I will write salary and in bracket I will write 11 months. So it means it is a hidden adjustment. I will write 10% government bond. It means you have to calculate interest on that. That is hidden adjustment. Advertisement, I will write in bracket 3 years. That is a hidden adjustment. Everyone understood what I said?
yes, sir.
Again, a very important next point. Whatever is given in trial balance, known as old balance, like old bad debt, old RDD, and whatever will be given in a adjustment, that is known as new balance. That is new bad debt, new RDD. Hopefully everyone clear till here.
Yes, sir.
So one by one, we have to see the adjustment. But before going to see the adjustment, we'll quickly see final account theory also in detail. Concentrate. Final account depends on trial balance and adjustment. Adjustment means additional information given along with the trial balance which are to be considered while preparing the final account. Every adjustment has minimum two effects. Some adjustments are given in trial balance only are called as a hidden or a silent adjustment. Example, salaries of 11 months, advertisement for 3 months, 10% bank loan taken on, 15% investment taken on, and so on. One by one, we have to see now adjustment. The first adjustment, and this adjustment will be in each and every question. What is that? Closing stock. The stock which is unsold at the end of the financial year. That is called as a closing stock.
Stock.
You are willing to sell it out, but you are not able to sell off. That is a closing stock. Since that stock is going to be sold in future and you will earn the money from that, so it is your asset. So one effect, it will be shown on trading account credit side, and another effect
Balance.
will be shown on balance sheet,
See, as
asset
asset
side,
side.
not
Asset
liability,
side.
asset side. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Also, there is a one very important thing of that. What is the thing? Note, if the cost price and market price, both the values given in the question, always remember whichever is the lower, you have to consider while doing the valuation of closing stock. This is because as per accounting standard 2 valuation of inventory mentioned. For time being and for your knowledge purpose, just remember this, जो भी वैल्यू कम रहेंगी कॉस्ट प्राइस और मार्केट प्राइस की, उसको हम कंसीडर करेंगे.
Okay.
एग्जाम्पल, अगर कॉस्ट प्राइस 20,000 है और मार्केट प्राइस 25,000 है, तो हम कौन सी वैल्यू कंसीडर करेंगे?
20,000.
20,000. वाई?
Sir,
जो लो रहेगी वो लेंगे हम.
Yes,
lower.
that is lower value. चलो इसको ही हम उल्टा करते हैं क्वेश्चन को. Now I will say if cost price is
Market price लेंगे.
25,000 and market price is 20, then
Market price
Why?
20,000. Sir, it is lower value.
yes, very perfectly said. It is lower value. Hopefully everyone understand the first adjustment having to
Yes.
closing stock. What is the first effect? Closing stock का first effect क्या है?
Trading account credit side.
और balance sheet
Asset side.
Okay, guys.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll quickly see what the textbook says. Harsh, please read closing stock, all the things in detail.
Closing stock. Stock of goods at the end of the accounting year is called a closing stock. closing stock is valued at cost price or market price, whichever is less. If closing stock is given in the adjustment, then it is recorded on the credit side of trading account and it is shown on the asset side of balance sheet. But if closing stock is given in the trial balance, then it is shown on asset side of balance sheet only.
Okay. Also, we will go through with the journal entry. I will re-explain the all journal entries. If you will not understand, let it be. But please remember that you have to be understand the concept. What is the logic of that? देखो, when I will transfer the closing stock balance to the trading account, so it will be credited to the trading account. So what is the journal entry you have to be do? Closing stock account debit to trading account, and it is the income, that's why it is credited to the trading account.
Trading
Again,
account.
read this effect. Harsh, read the effect.
The the effects of this entry in the final account is as follows. First effect, balance sheet asset side. Second effect, trading account credit side.
Okay. Again, we have to see the next entry or adjustment. What is that? Outstanding expenses. Kindly understand the meaning of outstanding expenses. The expenses which is due but not paid, this is the accounting definition, or the expenses which is yet to be paid is known as outstanding expenses, or the expenses which is unpaid is known as outstanding expenses. ऐसा खर्चा जो पे करना चाहिए था किंतु अभी तक पे नहीं कर पाए. And since we are following accrual method of accounting, all the paid payable expenses and all the received receivable income supposed to be recorded in the books of account. Everyone understood the definition?
Yes, sir.
Now, then what is the impact? Since I said it is yet to be paid and anything is supposed to be paid, anything is supposed to be paid is known as your liability. That's why it will be shown balance sheet liability side, the first effect. And what is the second effect? It should be added to the respective expenditure either on trading account debit side or profit and loss account debit side, depend on the nature of expenditure. Why I use the word depend on the nature of expenditure? Because if I will say outstanding wages, wages is a direct expenditure related to the production activity, hence you will add it to the trading account debit side. But if I will say outstanding salary, salary is an indirect expenditure, that's why it will be added to profit and loss account debit
Debit
side.
side.
Hopefully everyone understand this.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You will ask me, what you will ask, sir, what is the journal entry we have to be seen? So what thing we have to be do for if journal entry passing outstanding expenses? Please remember respective expenditure or particular expenditure account debit to outstanding expenses. Why so? Because to that extent you are creating the liability. Check it out. Harsh, read it again.
Outstanding expenses. The expenses of current year payable, that is expenses due but not paid, are called as outstanding expenses. These expenses are also called as unpaid or accrued expenses.
Okay.
But the journal entry of the outstanding expenses is particular expense account debit to outstanding expenses account. The
Read this also.
effect of this entry in final account is first effect, trading or profit and loss account debit side, and second effect, balance sheet liability side.
Hopefully everyone understand this.
Yes, sir.
Now we'll see the third point, the important one. Note a very important point before proceeding further. Outstanding expenses directly given in a trial balance, then it will be shown on liability side of balance sheet. Remember that. Why so? Because it's already considered one effect. Only what effect is remain? One effect is going to be remain. And that's why that will directly shown in balance sheet liability side. Everyone clear what I said?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Prepaid expenses. What is meaning of prepaid expenses? The expenses which is due
Which
but
are
not
paid in
due,
advance.
or the expenses which is paid in advance. Very perfect. Is known as prepaid expenses.
Paid
The
expenses.
expenses which is paid but not due. This is accounting definition. Okay. So we have to see again the adjustment. How many adjustment? Two adjustment. What is the first adjustment? It will be added to the respective expenditure. No, it will be subtracted to the respective expenditure, either trading account debit side or profit and loss account debit side. And the second effect, it will be shown on balance sheet asset side. Why it should be deducted? Because the logic is very
Because
clear.
it is
This is paid in advance. Next year expenditure you are paid in current year. That's why you have to be deducted. Okay. So while
Yes, sir.
I will prepare the financial statement, please remember the periodicity concept, which we already seen in 11th standard. What your periodicity concept says? Maintain books of account for 12 months for a period of financial year. Okay, everyone?
Yes, sir.
And again, depends on nature of expenditure. Means if I will say prepaid wages, wages is a direct expenses, so trading account debit. If I will say after that prepaid insurance, then insurance is a indirect expenses, so P&L account. Okay.
yes.
And what
Yes,
journal
sir.
entry we will again frame? Remember that prepaid expenses account debit to particular expenditure or respective expenditure. What is the logic? To that extent, we are creating the asset and we are reducing the expenditure. Harsh, read it again.
Yes, sir. एक minute. Prepaid expenses. The expenses which are paid in advance are called as prepaid expenses. The expenses are not related. These expenses are not related to current year's expenses. Journal entry for prepaid expenses. Prepaid expenses account debit to particular expenses account. Effect of this expenses. Effect of this adjustment is first effect balance sheet asset side. Second effect deduct from the particular expenses in trading or profit and loss account debit side.
Hopefully you understand the first three journal entries.
Yes, sir.
Again, that note will be the same if prepaid expenses directly given in balance sheet, where you will show asset side of balance, directly given in trial balance, then asset side of balance sheet. Again, see, pre-received income. The income which is received in advance is known as pre-received income, or the income which is received but not accrued is known as pre-received income.
तो ये भी माइनस ही होगा ना सर?
Yes, because it is belongs to the next year, not
Next
this
year.
year. So एक effect तो हर्ष ने बराबर बोला. Can you even identify the second effect?
Balance sheet asset side.
Balance sheet, liability side.
Liability side, sorry.
How liability side? I will re-explain. देखो, since it will be deducted income, and where we always show the income, it will be shown on credit side. Depends on the nature, trading or profit and loss. Okay. So one thing is very much pretty sure that it will be subtracted from profit and loss account credit side from respective income. Huh? Why respective income? If I will say pre-received commission, it will be deduct from commission. If I will say pre-received interest, it will be deduct from interest. Okay. And it will be shown liability side. Why liability side? This income is not belongs to this year. It is belongs to which year? Next year. I received this year. That's why it is my liability. Okay.
Yes.
And as usual note, if pre-received income directly given in a trial balance, where you will show?
Liability side.
Balance
Okay.
sheet, liability side. Then what journal entry we are going to frame for pre-received income? Again concentrate. You are creating the liability to that extent and reducing the income. So respective income or particular income account debit to pre-received income account. Okay, everyone?
Received in advance or prepaid pre-received income. The income which is not related to current accounting year but related to future period is known as pre-received income. In other words, income received in advance is known as pre-received income. as it is not respective income and shown to liability side of the balance sheet. Journal
Okay.
entry for pre-received income. Particular income account debit to pre-received income account.
Correct.
Effects of pre-received income are: first effect, deducted from the particular income in profit and loss account, credit side. Second effect, balance sheet liability side.
Everyone understood the journal entry and impact of that?
Hmm.
Okay. Now we have to again see the fifth point and the last point of today's lecture. Outstanding income. What is definition of outstanding income? The income which
Which is
is
yet to be paid.
yet to be received, not paid, dear. It is income.
Sorry.
Known as outstanding income,
Outstanding
or the income which is
Which is
accrued
due.
but not received. Okay,
Yes, sir.
this is what outstanding income. Since it is yet to be received, so this income is belongs to this year, current year. So it should be considered. It means it should be added to the respective income, profit and loss account, credit side. And since it is yet to be received, it is your asset. It will show balance sheet
Sheet
asset.
asset side.
Everyone clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I will ask, can you frame me can you frame the journal entry for this point? Can you frame journal entry with logic? Can anyone?
Sir, profit and
Chalo, I will tell.
Outstanding income account debit to particular क्या तो
Income.
yes.
Very perfectly said. Kyuki you are creating the asset till that extent, the outstanding income should be debited and the income should be credited, particular income. Okay, first please read the last point.
Income receivable or outstanding income. Income which is due for current accounting year but not yet received is known as outstanding income. This is also known as income receivable or accrued income. Such outstanding income is added to particular income as it is related to current year and it is shown to the asset side of the balance sheet. Journal entry for outstanding income. Outstanding income account debit to particular income account. Effects of outstanding income are: first effect, profit and loss account, credit side. Second effect, balance sheet asset side.
Hopefully everyone understand this fifth one.
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
And if I will ask again, if directly outstanding income given in balance sheet, trial balance, where you will show balance sheet asset.
Asset
Asset
side.
side.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So these are the various and very important adjustment. Generally, ये 5 adjustment से minimum 2 से 3 adjustment each and every question carries in final account.
Easy है, sir.
Yes, it is very much easy. मेरे नाथ
मेरे नाथ
आप अपनी सुधामयी
खुदामयी
सर्वसमर्थ
सर्वसमर्थ
पतित पावनी
पति पावनी
अहेतु की कृपा से
हेतु की कृपा से
दुखी प्राणियों के हृदय में
दुखी प्राणियों के हृदय
त्याग
में
का बल एवं सुखी प्राणियों के हृदय में
सुखी प्राणियों के हृदय में
सेवा का बल प्रदान करे जिससे वे सुख दुख के बंधन से मुक्त हो आपके पवित्र प्रेम का आस्वादन कर कृतकृत्य हो जाए हरिशरणम श्री गुरुभ्ये नमः
श्री हरे नमः
गुड नाइट टेक केयर
Good
स्टे
night.
एट होम
Yes, sir.
टेक केयर